Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today I want to show you how I made this great little box using the Scalloped Contours dies that are in the new Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. They come as part of the Color and Contour bundle. And this box, I got the idea on a team meeting, demonstrator team meeting from Barb Trips. Not sure where she got it from, but it's a great idea. So you can use the scallop dies to create boxes or to create the tops for boxes. And so what I want to show you is the box that I made for the blog post that I went live on today for, it was a graduation blog post. And so the theme was graduation, and I thought that this box was a perfect little gift box to put some kind of present in, whether it's a gift card or something else that you might have for somebody who's graduating. So let me switch over to my desktop and I'll show you how I put the box together. Okay, so let's get things kind of in. So this is the box that I shared. So you can see that it has a top and a bottom that have the scalloped edge. And I've used the new in colors. So this is done in Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. And then I've used the tailor-made tags dies, excuse me, that are also available in the new catalog to decorate the top of the box. And so when it opens, it's quite a nice size. So the box that Barb Tripp showed is smaller, and I will give you the measurements for that one. But I've made it a little bit bigger, and this is the largest. This one with the open scallops is the largest die that fits on it. Okay, so let me show you. I've gone ahead and got some of this cut out. So my pieces. So you need 2 pieces of cardstock. I'm using Misty Moonlight on the box I'm making today. And so you need a piece that is cut, this is the bottom piece, 7.5 by 6 1/4. And you're going to score it at 1.5 inches all the way around. So I've gone ahead and scored it at 1.5 inches all the way around. You need another piece that is cut 7.5 by 6 3/8. That will be the top. That little 1/8 inch extra just gives it some, it will fit nice and tight together, but just makes it fit nice and tight and gives you a little bit of extra room. So when you've got your piece cut and then you've scored, I'm not sure if you can see the score lines on mine, you're going to go ahead and if I can find my paper snips. Of course everything's falling. There we go. So you're actually going to take your paper snips and just snip up from the, so if you've got this on the, this would be the 6 1/4 inch side. So you're going to cut up from the edge to the 1.5 inch score line on these 2 folds or score lines and these 2 score lines, and that will allow you to put your box together. The next thing you want to do is just take your paper snips and just snip out a little triangle piece at an angle, so just a little bit of cardstock, and this just takes away some of that bulk when you're folding this together. Just take, and it doesn't have to be a lot. You're just, it's kind of anywhere from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch that you're just snipping off just to reduce the bulk. All right. Now, all of the written instructions for this will be on my blog and the written measurements. So if you didn't get these measurements down, they will be on my blog, and the link to my blog will be under the video. So again, you need a top that is 7.5 by 6 3/8 and a bottom piece that is 7.5 by 6 1/4. And each of them are scored at 1.5 inches from all 4 edges. That's good stuff. Okay, so the boxes go together exactly the same way. You can use tear and tape adhesive, You can use Stampin' Seal, or you can use Stampin' Seal Plus, whatever your favorite adhesive is. I'm not sure, probably the multi-purpose adhesive glue would work as well, but I think you need something a little bit stronger than that. So then take your bone folder and burnish on all of the score lines, just so it goes together nicely. All right. So when you put your box together, these two flaps are going to go on the inside, and this rectangle flap will be the outside piece. So what I do is turn it over, so you need to put the adhesive on here and here. So I'm going to just apply the adhesive to both pieces, because if you don't, it just makes it harder. So then you're just going to take it, fold it, and line up that edge, the edges together. So you're lining up this edge with this fold, the score line, and then the same with this. So fold that in, align the edge, hold it in place, and then just give it a nice press. Now you're going to do the same here. And this is why, as I should have done this. So I'm going to actually use the tear and tape adhesive. So put your adhesive on both of these at once. And if you do use the tear and tape adhesive, it just is a little easier. So you don't have to take the top off, the backing off, until you're ready to adhere this down. But otherwise, if you're going to use Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus, it just makes it hard to actually apply it if you do what I just did. So now take your pick tool and, if you can, there you go, lift off the backing. Okay, put it underneath there today. All right, so that's one. So again, just fold this in and align the edge of the front flap with the score line. Press it in place, and now you can do the other one. Yep. And then tuck that behind, align that edge with that, and just give this a really good fold. Now I've gone ahead and already done my other piece. But if you, let me show you that again on another one. These are the smaller ones. So again, I've got my two pieces. They're both cut, one just slightly bigger than the other. So you've got your piece cut, you've got your score lines, 1.5 inch. Doesn't matter what size this is, you're going to do it exactly the same. So this one was the smaller size, 6 1/4 by 5 1/16 for the top, and 6 1/4 by 5 inches for the bottom. And it makes a box that is, you can see the two sizes here. So this one is actually probably almost fits inside that one. Okay, so you're going to do them both the same way. So again, you take and snip up from the corner, or from the bottom up to the score line on both ends. And then if I was going to do this, so you would fold on the floor, fold all your fold lines, give them a good burnish, and then fold this in, trim those edges, take your little snips out of it and fold them. You can see how much smaller this box is than my other one. See. Okay, so that's putting the boxes together. Now you can see these fit very snugly together. So I have to figure out which is top. Okay, I think that's the top. So they do fit nice and snugly together. There we go. So that's your box all together. So cut the two pieces, you put them together exactly the same way. Now you can decorate. And let me just show you the products that I've used to decorate. I used, first of all, I forgot a piece. I have to go get some more pieces. I'm going to cut up 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight from this large die, and I'm going to grab that really quick. Of course, I always forget things. I think I've got everything I need, but of course I don't. All right, so here's my piece of Misty Moonlight. And I need 2 of these, top and bottom. So I'm just going to take and cut a piece of Misty Moonlight in half. There we go. And this is enough to cut both. Now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. All right. Okay, so let's put this in down. So you're going to need 2, whatever size it is. So for this size, this largest size that I'm making out of the Misty Moonlight, you're going to use 2 of the largest die. So one will be the top and one will be the bottom. Oh, that's tight. All right. Gosh, things are wiggling around. All right, so we've got top and we've got, that's the one. And now we'll cut another one. Try not to move this around so much. It's very tight. Okay. There we go. I think my die has it's curved a little bit for some reason, and that makes it really tight. Okay, so there. Go into the recycling. You can go off to the side, get things back. All right. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces, my 2 scalloped pieces. Put my little holes out. I just love these new scalloped contour dies. They are definitely going to become a staple in your craft supplies for sure. So they are here, as I said. So they coordinate with the color and contour bundle, and they come, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different scalloped rectangle dies, all have slightly different stitching, it's kind of stitching. Some have circles, some have lines. These are actually cut lines, and these are open scallops. And then there, of course, there's the dies that coordinate with the stamps, and then this scalloped edge. So it's really going to be a staple in your craft room. The other thing that I used on my, so on this box, I actually used the largest die and then the next one down. And then I've used these are a new product as well. These are the tailor-made tags, and they come a number of sizes of tags for you to use, some with this more ornate edge and some with a square edge. And then the really cool thing, I got them all over the place here, are these reinforcements. So you can actually, on my box, this tag, I've cut one of the circle reinforcements and put it over the hole where the ribbon goes through. It's really cool. All right, so that's what I used on my my evening evergreen box. But today I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I'm poking holes here, get all the scallop and detail open. It's not working. All right. There we go. Those little bibbies. Okay, then I've cut. This is the Expressions in Ink Designer Series paper, and it coordinates with the Pale Papaya, and I love Pale Papaya and Misty Moonlight together, so I thought I'd do this box a little differently than I did my other one. And I also wanted to show you that, there we go, these scallop contour dies coordinate perfectly with our layering rectangles or stitched rectangles dies. So it's such a great way just to show you that the products all kind of coordinate together. So for this one, I've used the largest and second largest of the scallop contour dies, and then I'm not sure which one of these, but I just found a rectangle, stitch rectangle die that goes in the middle. Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to just adhere this. Expressions in Ink Designer Series paper is stunning. Oh my gosh, I was playing with it yesterday, but I found this piece that is Pale Papaya and thought it would go perfectly on the top of my box. Now, I'm going to stamp using the Create with Friends. That's where this Celebrate stamp comes from. So it has some great sentiments that all coordinate together. So celebrate, create, you can do what you want with it. So I'm going to stamp this in Misty Moonlight. I did it. There we go. And now in the color and contour stamp set, there is these splotches that I love to use just to give it some detail. And I'm going to stamp the splotches in Pale Papaya, just kind of randomly, just to give some detail on my card, or on my box. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is, just to give a little bit more detail, is this opened flower circle. I'm just going to go over and just stamp. There we go. Okay, just to give it a little bit more detail on the top of my box. I also grabbed the Pale Papaya ribbon. So I think I will use that. So I'm going to pop this up first. So I'm doing this a little bit differently than I did my box, although I am using the same stamps. So on my box that I shared on my blog today, I did use the tailor-made tags, and this one I just wanted to show you how these scallop tag or dies coordinate perfectly with our stitched rectangles. So then this just will adhere. So I'm going to, you can do it two ways. If you're going to apply your adhesive to your die, your scallop die, you want to make sure that you do it towards the inside and not go too close to the edge, because you don't want your adhesive to be outside your, out here on the edge where this is going to show. So I just lay it flat and then just kind of, hopefully my head's not in the camera, get in, just apply the top of the box to, see, try to get it even, roughly even. There we go. So just rub it, and that gets your top of the box on. And then, I got some of these little circles. It's okay. And do the same. This is going to go on the bottom of the box. Again, trying to get my adhesive not too close to the edge. And do the same thing. Just kind of get your box positioned evenly. And just give it a, oopsie, not like that. That didn't stick. All right. Let's get that on again. Okay. Going to, actually, let's do it this way. It's because the bottom of my box is not sticking, so I'm gonna just do this and then see if I can pull it apart. There we go. All right, now it's on there. Now, so you can open it up. Hopefully I can open it up. There we go. Just gonna pull the bottom of the box off. It's probably better to do this when it's not put together. So we're just going to get your fingers in there and press it down so that it's nice and sticking. You can use tear and tape adhesive for that, in fact, or the Stampin' Seal Plus. In fact, it probably would be better. Okay, so there's my box put together. I just love the Pale Papaya and Misty Moonlight together. Okay, so now I just want to add, I think I'm going to add a bow. So my Evening Evergreen box was definitely more on the masculine side, but with the flowers and the bow, this is definitely more feminine. All right. And use a glue dot. Just apply the bow there. Okay, so let me just bring my boxes together. Okay, so you can see they look great in any color. So again, this one is in Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent, and this one is in Misty Moonlight and Pale Papaya. Using the same stamp sets, so the Create with Friends for the sentiment, and then I've used the color and contour for these splotches, and then on the Pale Papaya one with the flowers. And again, you can use a different size. So I will put both sizes underneath so that you can, or in my blog post as well. So this one again is you're cutting 7.5 by 6 1/4 and 7.5 by 6 3/8 for the two boxes. And on this smaller one, you're cutting 6 1/4 by 5 and 1/16 and 6 1/4 by 5. So you can, shift it, change it up and make different sizes for these boxes, and they all turn out beautifully. I'm hoping that whoever gets this will love the box. All right, let me just, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions as you're putting your boxes together or about the measurements, just let me know. Put a comment underneath my video or underneath my blog post, and I'm happy to respond. I hope this helps you. I hope you make some great boxes, whether it's for graduation or for any kind of gift giving. They're kind of perfect little boxes, and these scallop contour dies definitely add the perfect finishing touch to your box. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're here. You will get notified when I post upcoming videos. I post about once to twice a week, and so you'll get notified when a new video goes live. Thanks for joining me. All of the supplies for these projects will be available in my online store, and the link to that is on my blog. So if you're interested in putting an order in, you'll find them on my online store. Thanks everybody for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye.